the sixth session of the North Carolina Property Tax Commission. I'm Bob Hunter, Chairman of the Commission. With us today in person here, and far back behind me is Vice Chairman Terry Wheeler, and next in front of him, immediately behind me is Commissioner Bill Peasley, and to my left, Commissioner June Michaud, and then virtually we have Commissioner Alexander, goes by Alex Guest, and also we have with us here in the Department of Revenue building, Steve Pelfrey, our Secretary and General Counsel, and Alexander Bendette, who is our staff person and operating the WebEx. And then we also have online Cynthia Rice, who's our court reporter. And we have, I see Mr. Brian Wardell, who is the representative of Durham County. And we're waiting on Marshall E. Williams, and we understand he's trying to get online, so we'll wait a little bit for that case. Let me mention, we've had some cases that have been, all these cases are from Durham County that have been either withdrawn or settled. Michelle Macon King, 19 Property Tax Commission 0564, has been withdrawn. Kenneth and Mary Gillette, 19 Property Tax Commission 0466, has been settled. Janet and John Spoonamore, 19 Property Tax Commission 0625, has been settled. Marla Kaczynski, 19 Property Tax Commission 0553, has been settled. Is that your understanding also, Mr. Wardell? I believe you appeared in all those cases.
That is correct. And we thought we had a settlement with Mr. Marshall, but at the last minute, he chose to pursue his appeal before the Property Tax Commission execute the stipulation and dismissal. So that's why we're here today.
Okay. All right. We'll wait on that one then and give him an opportunity to appear. We do have a couple other administrative matters that we can, I guess, do while we're waiting on him. Steve, you want to inform us about those?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. I'm not sure which order they're in, but I have the
Brunswick County.
Brunswick first. Okay. At the Brunswick County appeal of Francis M. Bellamy, 20 PTC 0366.
Mr. Wardell? Mr. Wardell, can you mute for a minute? Your papers are making a noise.
I'm sorry.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, the Francis Bellamy appeal, 20 PTC 0366. On July 28th, 2020, our office acknowledged the receipt of an appeal filed by Francis M. Bellamy, filed on July 23rd, 2020. Along with that acknowledgement, our office sent copies of Form AV-14 along with an instruction to file completed copies of the AV-14 within 30 days of the July 28 letter. To date, we have received nothing further from Francis Bellamy. And on September 15th, 2020, our office mailed notice to both of the parties of today's WebEx meeting at which the commission would consider dismissing the appeal for failure to timely file the AV-14 or application for hearing.
All right. Questions from commissioners? Hearing none, I hear a motion. All right. Commissioner Michaud moves to dismiss Francis M. Bellamy, 20 Property Tax Commission 0366, seconded by Commissioner Peasley. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All right, and it's unanimous. Mr. Pelfrey, the Caldwell County case?
Yes, sir. The Caldwell County case, 20 PTC 0350. This is Dewey J. Wiggins. Our office received a notice of appeal and application for hearing from Mr. Wiggins. It was filed on July 15th, 2020. However, it was unsigned. Our office sent a letter on July 20th stating, this letter is in reference to your appeal to the Property Tax Commission as referenced above. After reviewing the application for hearing, Form AV-14, we noted that you did not sign the AV-14 form. Please sign, date, and forward the enclosed copy to the Property Tax Commission by return mail, or your appeal may be subject to dismissal. Should you have any questions regarding the appeal process, or if our office can be of further assistance, please contact the Property Tax Commission staff at 919-814-1129. Again, that letter was mailed July 20th, 2020, was not returned, and as of September 15th, as of today, we have received nothing further from Dewey Wiggins, and a notice was sent out on September 15th, 2020 to both parties, informing them of today's hearing, at which the commission would consider dismissing the appeal for failure to timely file the application for hearing, or AV-14.
Okay. And I assume, Alexandra, there's nobody else on that we're not aware of. Is that correct? It's joined. Okay. So in the matter of Dewey J. Wiggins Jr., 20 Property Tax Commission 0350. Any further questions? Hearing none, I hear a motion. Vice Chairman Wheeler moves to dismiss the Dewey Wiggins Jr. 20 Property Tax Commission 0350 to properly file AV-14 with his signature. Do I hear a second? Second from Commissioner Michaud. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right. That takes care of the remaining items on the agenda for today, except for the Marshall E. Williams 19 Property Tax Commission 0631, which we have before us on a motion to dismiss by Durham County and Mr. Waddell. Can you tell if Mr. Williams is on? He's been dead? He's not on yet? Okay. All right, we'll wait a few more minutes.
Mr. Chairman, if you'd like, I did receive a call, as I mentioned, from Mr. Williams this morning. I have his phone number, and I'd be happy to try calling him from the extension here in case we could have him participate by
All
telephone.
right, that'd be fine, sure. Right, since he apparently wants to appear, we'll try to give him a chance.
And she called him through the WebEx. I think she can call him through WebEx. Oh. And that way it wouldn't even be by phone.
Yeah, that'd be good if you can.
The buttons down below. Invite and remind. Telephone.
Nice to have experience.
Too much.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Ms. Rice.
since this is a motion to dismiss, do we need to swear in Mr. Williams?
Good question. What do you think, Steve? Right. We think so. So when we get him on, that's going to be seeing somebody. No, I thought somebody popped up. Okay. If we get him on, you're not going to be able to see his ID, I guess. I guess you.
Not
He
if
can
he's
give you
by
the
phone.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I said, not if he's just by telephone.
Yeah, maybe he can give you the information and you can take it down and then subject to his verification, sending you something or emailing you something that you can see a picture of.
He could take a picture with his phone and email it to Mr. Pelfrey.
Yeah. We'll try to work that out.
Okay.
Yeah. Well. We'll wait a few more minutes. Did somebody come on from Brunswick County? Did you say? Yeah, see if you can get him on. We'll tell him we've disposed of that.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Okay, yes, sir. Thank you very much.
So is Mr. Batten on? Is that who we? Mr. Batten?
Yes, sir.
And you're with Brunswick County?
Yes, sir.
Since we had a delay in our first matter here, a motion to dismiss, the taxpayer so far has not been able to join us on Wealth X. We went ahead and went to the late AV 14s, and we've already handled that matter and dismissed it unless you have some other information that we need to consider.
No, sir. Thank you very much. I had a delay trying to get on, so
Okay. All right, we understand.
appreciate it.
Normally you would have had plenty of time, but since had a little recess, we were trying to handle some administrative things.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Have a nice day down in Brunswick County.
Yes, sir.
You see David Redwine any?
Not at all.
Well, if you do, tell him I said hello and I hope his wife's doing better.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hello? Hello?
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Okay, we hear you now. I don't believe we see you. Okay. Do you have a camera with your, however you're talking to us, or are you on the phone?
I'm having trouble on both of them.
I think you're gonna be.
So you must be just on the phone. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. We have this matter here before us, and it's a motion to dismiss by Durham County. And they have filed this motion. And of course, you have an opportunity to be heard. I would inform you if this came in late, unless you have a postmark on it, that the statutes are pretty clear that we don't have jurisdiction. Mr. Waddell had indicated maybe that y'all had some communication. I don't know if that's still an option, Mr. Waddell, or not. Mr. Waddell, the matter's here on your motion, so you can speak. Can you hear him when he speaks, Mr. Williams? Let us know if you can hear him. Go ahead, Mr. Waddell.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, members of the board. First of all, I want to thank you all for being diligent in getting these matters heard during this very perilous time. And I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be heard today. The county has had a communication with Mr. Williams, and we thought that we had agreed to a settlement amount. We prepared a stipulation of settlement, and we emailed it to Mr. Williams, and we actually had someone in our office, Mr. Williams, to sign it. Mr. Williams informed us that did not want to sign it, and hence we filed our motion to dismiss based upon an untimely filing to the Property Tax Commission, and that's why we're here today. I don't believe that there's really any dispute with regard to the timeliness or the untimeliness of the appeal to the Property Tax Commission. The dates are as follows. The notice of the decision of the Board of Equalization and Review was sent to Mr. Williams on October 18th, 2019. Mr. Williams filed his AV 14, and it was received by the Property Tax Commission on December 20th, 2019, which was more than 30 days from the mailing of the actual decision of the Board of Equalization and Review. And therefore, pursuant to statute 105-E, the board, the property tax, the jurisdiction to even hear Mr. Williams's appeal. Mr. Williams has not presented any evidence to me. There's no evidence in the record that he did in fact timely file his AB 14, and therefore we believe that his appeal should be dismissed as a matter of law. I welcome any testimony from Mr. Williams where he can show that he in fact filed an appeal, filed his appeal timely, but I don't think that any of that information exists. So we would ask that his appeal be dismissed for failure to timely file an AB 14 with the Property Tax Commission. Thank you.
Mr. Williams, could you hear Mr. Waddell okay?
Yeah, I heard him.
Okay. Did you hear my comments prior to that about if your appeal is not postmarked or received in this office within the 30 days from the date of the notice of that mailing, that the statutes say that we don't have jurisdiction and we're going to have to dismiss it? You heard him say something about...
What I'm saying is here. When I filed it, it went to the wrong location and it came back to me. And I rematted it out again. Because I called it for the right location.
Okay, well, let me just inform you that that's probably not gonna give us jurisdiction. So if they've offered you something and you
I really don't
know,
feel like talking because I'm not being represented. I don't have no representation. So you fools go do what you do anyway. So it really don't make no difference.
well, what I'm trying to do is give you a little,
I really don't want to hear, just like in the military. When I was in the military, but you white folks put a gun to our head because we were talking about wanting to make Martin Luther King a birthday. And we got Uncle Tom, ancient slavery like we got now. So ain't no difference, ain't no change. So what do you say?
Mr. Williams,
No change.
Mr. Williams, Mr. Williams, Mr. All right, well, I couldn't understand a lot of what he was saying, but I don't think it was appropriate to the matter before us. Mr. Waddell, do you want to pursue your motion? Do you want us to continue to see if he'll sign something, if he's going to get any relief?
No, I'd like to proceed with the motion to dismiss.
Okay. All right, we have the information before us, the file. Mr. Pelfrey, the date on the application is obscured by the evidence, by the exhibit. Can you verify what the date is? Or is that when it was received up the top where the 2019 is, or what is there?
Mr. Chairman, the date that is stamped on the documents appears to be December 20th, 2019. Our office acknowledged receipt as of December 19th, 2019. In other words, we determined that it was filed as of December 19th, 2019. And I don't, and that would have been based on a postmark. So we did receive it on the 20th, but it was postmarked on the 19th.
Okay, so I couldn't tell what that was up the top where it obscures that 2019, but I do see the stamp from our stamp. So it appears that that it was filed at least one day, maybe 2 days late from the December, from the date that the letter was sent, which was the 18th of October. Did it come in November or December? Oh, it came in December, so it's more than a month. Okay. All right. Anything further from you, Mr. Waddell?
No, Chair.
Okay. Let the record show that Mr. Williams, we're finally able to get him on the hearing by phone, and he could hear Mr. Waddell and could hear us, that he said something about he had the wrong address and it came back and he resubmitted it. But the record shows that it was received more than 30 days late. Questions from commissioners? Mr. Waddell, Mr. Williams made some comments, and that was what we heard. Some other comments that we could not hear. He was upset and hung up. Anything else needs to go in the record? All right, questions from commissioners? Mr. Guest, did you have a? Okay.
I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Do I have a motion?
Moved.
Have a motion from Commissioner Peasley that we grant Durham County's motion to dismiss, seconded by?
Second.
By Commissioner Guest, in this matter, which is the Marshall E. Williams, 19 Property Tax Commission 0631. Motion to dismiss filed by Durham County. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion say aye. Aye.
Aye.
And the motion, nay. Anybody nay? It's unanimous, and the motion is granted, and this appeal is dismissed. I'm sorry Mr. Williams felt that way. We tried to do all we could to help him. Okay, that, I think, is there anything else for the record? Help?
Nothing more for the record, Mr. Chairman.
All right, then we'll go off of this session. We'll leave Mr. Guest on in case we've got anything administrative matters to discuss. Mr. Waddell, thank you for appearing today from the beach. And Ms. Rice, as always, thank you. And we will see you, Ms. Rice, and Mr. Guest in the morning. We have one matter still for hearing. Several others have been settled or continued or withdrawn, but we do have one matter for hearing tomorrow. And Mr. Waddell, thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you to the board.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye. Because I gotta leave that on so Alex can hear. Okay.